So I know I didn't announce this live chat, so I'll give it a moment to see, who has time to come in. And by the way, you guys, I just filmed about 4 videos. So 4 videos I'll be uploading tonight before I go to bed. So you can look forward to that content as well. Hey, Miss Moore. How's everybody doing? Yes, Cam, you can ask me a question about the narcissist. And hey, Sherry, and this is why I came on. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button as you come in so that more people is going to, create more energy behind the live chat so that other people can come in. So show love by hitting the like button. The reason why I'm coming on here is because, in light of the coronavirus, I know that there are some survivors out there who are experiencing narcissistic abuse simultaneously here. So it's like not only am I dealing with this devastating toxic experience, but now I have this global crisis as well. So I definitely wanted to come on here and give some support to the survivors at this time, or anyone that's here on my channel. If you guys have any questions about emotional maturity or anything that I can help you as far as along those lines right now in your life, I'll give you, my professional opinion on that. But let me scroll back up and say hello to everyone that's coming in. So Cam, I'll see your question when you type it. Hey, Sherry, Queen of Success. Robin, glad to see you're back. Hope you're well. I am. I'm actually very well, you guys. I've been pulled in a lot of different directions, but the channel is definitely like home base, and I always miss it when I'm away for too long, that's for sure. Good. Cam says I'm doing very great. Hey, Gay Stud Exchange. Hey, Lori, and I got your summary. I know I'm a little backlogged with a few summaries that I'm going to get out. Lori, yours will be done tonight before I go to bed. So as soon as when I'm done with the live chat, I'll be doing your summary. Lori gets coaching through me. Queen of Success says, my ex-husband to be dropped a bombshell saying that he should move back in my house due to the lockdown to make sure the kids and me are not alone. Queen of Success, I hope that you can decipher in your emotional maturity what he's actually saying, because guess who's actually alone? He is. You see how narcissists, they tell on themselves, but you have to have that level of insight on, that psychology on how people operate. Because guess what? You and the kids aren't alone. He's the one alone right now. Okay? And the secondary source and all the other people are quarantining themselves. He's like, oh, I think I better try to go back in that direction, because narcissists don't want to be by themselves. They want the stimulation. They lean on other people through their own codependency to feel comfortable. So he's a funny character. And your ex-husband on top of that. Girl, it's always a little more than what meets the eye. But what meets my eye right off the rip here is he's the one that's alone and not you guys. Okay? He could have lost his job or something, and he wants to have a little cushion there. Look, I wouldn't put anything past a narcissist, but knowing that they're not moving from sincerity or love. So I'll just say that much. Tiffany Chanel says, hey, Lakia, pray all is well with you and your family and everyone. Is this chat in this chat at this time? Oh, thank you. We definitely need the positive energy. And, I'm glad that you said that, Tiffany, because one of the things that definitely relay in this live chat is for you guys not to be operating out of fear right now. We don't have to fear the unknown. And the more grounded and the more centered we are within ourselves, the less we're going to fear things that we don't have control over. Okay? And you do have control over whether you're living your life out of fear. Okay? Cam Esther G says, I have a friend who tried to play games with me last June. So in June, I asked her to take distance. Okay, so in June, you took some distance from her and she didn't like it. She tried to reach out to you, love bombing, hot, cold, and I blocked. Yeah, that's fine. And I actually just made a video about the narcissist who's a stage 5 clinger. And I'm not saying that this person was one, but how they'll, try to be the squeaky wheel once you've gotten rid of them. Yeah. And in that video, I'm definitely reinforcing that you stand your ground. You let go of that connection for a reason. So there's no reason to backpedal and give them another opportunity to try to put another knife in your back. I'm not for that for sure. Sherry 48196 says, narcissist reaches out and tried to want me to come be with. Right. They need somebody to lean on. And this is why I had to make this live chat. They're going to come out of the woodworks right now because usually the survivor is the stability, is the stability to that narcissist. Most of the time, you provide some type of stability to them that they don't feel that they can get with themselves. And like I said, they don't want to sit and be with themselves. Cam's question is, why is she so obsessed with me? Because she is still stalking and still trying to talk. Well, when a narcissist doesn't want to leave you alone, that means they have not found better. They realize, you know what? I had it good with that person. I haven't been able to top them. Or, you were so loving and generous with them that they miss it and want it. They want that back. So that's why they're not leaving you alone, because they lost a good thing. So she'll keep trying to see, if she could catch you at a time where your boundaries go down or something and she feel like she could slide through the cracks again. That's what that is. Cherry says they surely will try to guilt trip you, so be careful. Yeah, like you owe them something. Right. Is actually this socializing, distancing, and all this stuff is actually goes against the narcissist. So giving them a little taste of having to sit with themselves, but they'll try to find somebody. Mike Jones says the coronavirus doesn't exist. Well, what I'll say, Mike Jones, is the coronavirus actually been existed, before this global epidemic. And I'm not here for a medical minute, and I'm not a doctor, you guys. So I'm not going to I didn't really come into the live chat to, get medical per se. But from what I understand, the coronavirus has been around, it's just, I guess there's another strand of it, is what they're saying now. So I don't want to really get into the politics of it. My channel, this particular channel, isn't really for that. But I definitely wanted to come in and give some emotional support to those who have toxic people coming out of the woodwork, trying to get supplies from you, trying to get back into your space, okay, literally move back in and be locked in with you. Yeah, there's probably a lot of them coming out of the woodworks. And Mike, I don't want you to feel like I'm ignoring you, but I don't want to get into the medical parts of things. Cam says she told me she was not interested, so I take my distance. I never came back, even if I blocked her. She can't. Oh, why did the chat jump like that? Hold on a minute. I'm trying to find where I was. It just completely refreshed. Oh, you retract your message. Okay. Yes, black seed oil is good. Flamenca Beats says to take black seed oil. It tastes so nasty. Oh my gosh. Who can tolerate? To me, it tastes like oregano. Really strong oregano. Because I have some in my closet right now, and I've been trying to train myself on this black seed oil. Shar says it sucks to be a narcissist right now. They cannot be alone. We are the light and God's light. Yes. And I think, I say always find the silver lining in things. And I know a lot of you are going through, you could have been laid off from your job or anything. But I think, especially in American society, that we're always on this go, 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 go. And we're all being told to take several seats. Like, I've been able to use this time to clean out my closet, for instance. And I know some of you think that's a small thing, but it was a lot going on in there. And I don't never want to do it again, honestly. I need to maintain what I've done, but it's allowed me to actually get some things done as well that I need to do and spend more time with my children, because I'm guilty of work, 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 work. So, yeah, I think this is a great time for people to reconnect with themselves if they feel like they haven't connected that much, to be meditating more for those of you who are believers, reading the Bible and the word more and getting more connected in that way. I see this as a time for people to really get more centered on themselves and, of course, spend more time with your loved ones that you live with. Hey, Jamila Akartart. Sorry if I mispronounced it. Ali Smith says, my ex-narc, 1 month, no contact, is my neighbor, yet, oh, goodness, has not contacted me during the virus scare, not once. Am I safe? Probably. I mean, did you see someone else going in and out? Someone else going up in that apartment with them? And some narcissists, there's a whole spectrum. There's a whole spectrum. And, some aren't as needy for people in that way. Some can be antisocial, actually. But those kind are the creepier ones to me, because to me, I won't say they're less predictable because then another set of traits will come with that type of personality. But then, it's more psychopathic at that point for those kind of people. So, I mean, I never will put anything past a narcissist. I wouldn't want to be in a situation where I live that close to them, but I would never let my guard down. I'll just say that much, L.I. Smith. Never let your guard down, for sure. And I don't know, if you mean your neighbor in a house, a neighbor in a condo complex, or a fancy apartment where there's security, just always be mindful. And honestly, what they'll probably try to do now in light of the coronavirus is be all on the internet. If they can't get it from an actual physical person in front of them, oh yeah, baby, they're going to have accounts everywhere and they are going to be socializing that way. Okay? They're going to find some type of way. Shar says they are hoovering right now. Stay no contact. Absolutely. Lori says, I guess most of us feel as though we don't want to be alone during this process, but we're not realizing that we were alone the whole relationship with the narcissist, so we are strong enough. Absolutely. Right. But that's the thing. I know I have videos on I Feel Alone, and I highly recommend that you watch those type of videos. Because you don't have to be lonely just because you're by yourself. You don't have to be. That's a perception based off of voids that you may feel like you can't fill for yourself at the time. Okay. And not being in a romantic relationship doesn't mean that you have to feel alone and lonely either. You have your friends, you have your family, and some of you have children. And although I can recognize that, yeah, there are different kind of relationships that serve different type of dealings, if you will, but all the same, it's not like you don't have places where your love can go, starting with yourself. You don't have places where you can socialize and have fun still. Our life doesn't revolve around having a romantic relationship, especially with a toxic person. But yeah, once you recognize that, you'll be taking several steps backwards by, taking that person's invitation. And the way they get around, they might bring it to you. Okay, you don't know how many people they've been hanging around. Just like the STDs. They're out there trying to shake everybody, getting it up in everybody's face. Tiffany says, Lakia, delete any message that uses the word C word. Use any message that uses the C word for the world crisis. If not, your chat could get removed. Delete any message. Oh, okay. Yeah, I hear YouTube is like really, they're deleting people's videos and I'm telling you. Right. Lori says she was all alone the whole relationship. Yeah, pulling all the weight, making all the investments, reciprocating yourself. Yeah, they are, but we have to be more. Don't put them on a throne. Put yourself on a throne, that you've done the work, that you know their routine, you know what they've already done. That's the thing. Once you get more emotionally mature than them, see, they're using their emotional maturity to manipulate, but you're going to use yours to empower yourself. That's the thing. And Tiffany has made some recommendations for a healthy immune system. Shard says, I take the black seed bitters. It's nasty, but good for your immune system. Yeah. Cam says, I'm sorry, so I blocked her, and it's been more than 10 months. I'm sorry. My throat is a little dry from making all those other videos. It's been more than 10 months. She can't keep my name out of her mouth. When is she going to stop watching me? Yeah. Yeah. Cam, are you a guy? Because I can't really make out your picture. So I don't know if this is a girlfriend and a guy, or a straight girl who had a girlfriend that's acting crazy, or some type of fatal attraction. Yeah. Stage 5 clinger. That's what it sounds like you have right there. Ah! Thank you, Jamila. I just read your message. I love how you said my surname. I was working my way through it. Ali Smith said, thank you so much for answering. He broke my heart, but I immediately started learning about narcissism and how he broke my heart, but I immediately started learning about narcissism, and now I am grateful. But yeah, he is my neighbor and hasn't contacted me at all, but I'm on guard. Good. Yeah, we have to continue to trust what we already know, and trust, with them, the past really does predict the future. Like, they're just going to do it again. Mm, yeah. Miss Social Armstrong says her ex has been emailing her. Yeah. They're, throwing it out there to see if you're going to take a bite. Jamila says something to Sharon. Okay. Mm-hmm. There you go. Tiffany says it. So true. Alone is a state of mind. You can be less alone by yourself than you are with someone who mistreats you. Absolutely. Right. Mm-hmm. Now's a great time to take self-inventory, like short-term, midterm, and long-term goals that you want to make in your life. Just this is a great time to really just spend with yourself. Shar says, I enjoy being by myself because we were alone with those monsters. Yeah. Loving my alone time. Absolutely. I have family and friends. Love thyself. Right. Miss Social says she had to cancel visitation with the daughter because the virus. Yeah. Especially with you guys meeting out in a public. And you do not need to break a boundary and let them come in your private space. It's just going to have to wait. Maybe he could FaceTime with your daughter or with the child. I'm just reading, you guys. Cause says, in France, we don't trust it. You must be talking about the coronavirus. Mm, I've heard a lot of things, you guys, about it. I have not, I don't think I have enough information to come to a final conclusion. But here's the thing, because so many people have operated out of fear and they went out and they started buying this and that, it makes you have to do it too. Because, there's not going to be a lot, when you go in and see all the shelves are empty and you're not doing it out of fear, but you're just doing it out of intelligence. Like if everyone's going, and especially if you like particular brands like I do, um, it makes you have to go out and kind of get that stuff too, especially when you got children. All right. But they've been, telling whole states to stay inside, the whole state. So you never know if it could be your state. So while we hope for the best, we just have to prepare for the worst and just, get your basics for sure, minimally. But let me tell you about me, because I was like, you know what? If I'm going to be in the house like that, I went to BJ's because even Best Buy shut down. You can't even go in there now. Pretty much the only things that's open around me are the supermarkets and the pharmacies, and I think the laundromats. That's kind of it. And well, the fast foods are open with a drive-through. You can go through the drive-through. So luckily, um, BJ's has an electronic department. So I went in there and bought me a gigantic Bluetooth speaker because I love music, you guys. And I needed to replace the Bluetooth speaker that I had. I was like, you know what? If I'm going to be stuck in the house, I need to be stuck in the house with some music. Okay. I'm going to be jamming because it was no way, number one, I was going to clean my closet without having some music to help get me through that because it was overwhelming. It was overwhelming to me. But either way, I got this beautiful 6,000-watt speaker, and I'm going to actually get a second one because the way that they made them, you can Bluetooth them to the phone at once. But BJ's came through, and they came through on a baby white tip. I was able to get 2 gigantic cases of that. And, over the last 2 weeks, I've been stockpiling, if you will. But yeah, even if you didn't want to kind of be on that stockpile tip, because so many other people are doing it, it's like, honey, especially if you like a certain brand, you're going to have to go out and get some stuff too, or else when you go, it's going to be like, oh, well, maybe Maybe we'll get a shipment in on Saturday. Maybe it might be here. Maybe it don't. Then you got to make sure you time it and you're there as soon as they put it on a shelf. And I don't got time for all that. That's a lot of energy for needing to be isolating and, staying home. I don't think so. But, just try to find that silver lining. And God is still in the blessing business. I can tell you that even through this coronavirus situation, blessings are still falling on my lap, you guys. So now is not the time to give your energy to fear. And, I want to encourage you guys to look into the facts, not what you're reading on people's Facebook posts. And, on my channel, I'm always talking about logic versus emotions. Our emotions, and that's the fear, can run away with us and tell us this is doomsday, this is the second return, life is over, and all this doom and gloom stuff. But there are people right now during the coronavirus who are happy, who are getting blessed, who are doing well, who are okay, And that is a state of mind more than anything else. Okay, if you have everything that you need, be thankful for that. Now is the time to actually be lifting your vibration, because you don't. What does fear do? Fear is stressing you out. And what does stress do? Stress lowers your immunization, your ability to fight off the sickness. So the last thing that you want to do right now is put yourself in that type of low vibrational energy. Okay? Right now, you want to claim victory. You want to claim health in your life. Okay? You want to meditate on that. You want to believe that you're God. You want to stay connected to your source. And I know that there are, some people who are atheists that do watch my channel. And, to each his own. But even with that, just know that what's for you is for you. But I encourage everybody to get the facts on things. Get the actual facts and make decisions off of that. Use your logic, guys, and not your emotions. Okay? I encourage you guys to do more reading right now. This is a great time to be reading. I know that we all love YouTube, and there's ebooks here on YouTube. You can listen to them. Maybe that might be better for some. But this is a great time to be reading. If you ever wanted to get into the Word of God more, this is a great time. You're being given time right now to get closer. The average millionaire, you guys, reads one book a week. One book a week. Find books that are going to help you for where you want to go. Don't get so caught up in the coronavirus that you're not thinking about life outside of that. That is all, it's just consuming you. That you can't even enjoy your present right now. I always like to make the best of things, you guys. Make the best of it. Some of you have probably been work. If you're able to work from home, honey, thank God for that. Thank God for it. If you're able to work from home. Some people are in those positions. They got the company laptop and they're able to take it at home and work from home. God bless you. Be thankful for that. And for those of you who aren't able to work from home, know that God has another plan for you. God has another plan for you. And it may be even a furlough until this whole thing blows over, because you might work in a sector that just would put you in harm's way. So they had to shut it down for your safety. Okay? Just go with it. When things happen to you that aren't in your control, just go with it. Just go with it and be proactive in any other way that you can. But, at least here in America, there are things that are set up socially to help economically. Chances are you will at least get the unemployment. Maybe for some reason God wanted to give you that break and that time off. If there's something else that you wanted to work on, if that job wasn't really your passion, maybe this is a time we actually getting all this time to put into that other thing. Some people see a crisis and some people see an opportunity within the crisis. People, there are the successful people, they learn how to capitalize on these type of times, you know? So find your silver lining and get centered. Get centered, you guys. Okay, Cam says she's a woman, so it was your girlfriend. Yeah. Oof. Wow. She's really codependent. And I'm wondering if it was really just a friendship. Like, did she like you more than just a regular girlfriend? I'm wondering at this. She sounded like she was in love with you. She sounded like she was in love with you. Shar says, I've changed my number so they can keep their darkness to themselves. Okay. Right. Right. And yeah, that's the last thing you want to be is locked in. Miss Social Armstrong says, she don't want them bringing the negative energy around her. And I'm like, yeah, imagine that. Then they really say don't leave, and you're locked in with that. You don't want that. Yes, they really are sick people, Gay Stud Exchange. All right, let me go down here. Sherry 48196 says the narc would get so upset because I never let him in my personal space and always accuse me of having something to hide. And that's okay. I'm just glad I didn't so fast. Yeah, right. And just like, the first person who left a message, I'm sorry, I can't think of your name right now. And she was saying the narcissist called her and her kids saying, oh, I need to come over there so I won't be alone. When actually they're the one that's alone. Sherry, it's the same thing here. They like to deflect. They're deflecting and they're projecting. In this case, it's more like a projection. Because they always have something to hide. They think other people are like them in certain ways, and they're paranoid about it. Jamila says, I'm in the UK. Oh, panic buyers have cleaned the shelves. Yeah. But you know what, you guys? The way that they're shutting down the states, you just never know. You just never know. So it doesn't hurt to, have at least 2 to 3 weeks of things at any given moment, because they are like, I was reading it today with California. They did it in California, and that's a gigantic state, So Queen Laura Lee 47 says we'll learn so much from this situation. Take the lessons and emerge better than before. Absolutely. Let it make you better and not bitter. You can really be better. And I made a video about that, you guys, right before the live chat. And it was for the survivors who let the narcissist go. And guess what, Coach Lakia? I'm not brokenhearted. Yes, they do exist. There are survivors out there who have let the narcissist go and they ain't losing no sleep. They kept it moving and it's on to the next and this and that. So I made a video to basically talk about that experience as well. So that'll be coming pretty soon. That's right. Faith over fear. That's what Tiffany Chanel says. Absolutely. No time for doom and gloom. Right. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'd rather you not say nothing than to be speaking death over your situation. All right. People are still, God never left the blessing business. He didn't. Trust me. Trust me. It may be after the situation, in hindsight, you're going to see where God worked it for your good. Like, wow, like that kind of fell into place and I needed this for that. Sometimes we don't see it while we're going through it. But the more connected we are, we can see it. And that's great because when he's able to open your eyes and you can see it while he's doing it, you're going to be that much more productive and you're not going to be missing a beat at that point. There's no delay in it. Queen Laura Lee 47 says, I have made some great connections with people I we'll never meet. I'm enjoying the support and the love. Absolutely. And let me tell you guys this, it really is true. And I'm going to have to vouch for this because I was very diligent in paying attention to this in different stages of my life. You really do attract a different kind of energy when you do the shadow work. I mean, yes, every now and then a little knucklehead, cornball, narcissist, try to come in through the cracks. But for the most part, when you really do your shadow work, you really start attracting better caliber people into your life. And I'm not even just talking about romantic. You start getting higher quality experiences, you guys. So doing the work, it really does put you on another wavelength. It really does help you have different kind of experiences. Gay Stud Exchange says, read the Bible more. We are blessed. God wants us more whole to do his work and pray. Absolutely. Great. Sharon says her daughter is working from home. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people are able to do that, and that's great. Aw. Ali Smith says, Lakia, you've helped save my life after the narc abuse and terrible discard. I had no idea that I have always attracted narcs, and I've been working on myself and the mistakes I have made. Well, just look at it as your evolution, you know, and you can do better when you know better so that you can also be forgiving yourself, you know, for what you didn't know and what you didn't have control over, but then forgiving yourself what you did. Okay? Queen Sandra, New York, private support group for. Okay. I can't really say it like that because I haven't seen the support group, so I can't really promote it. I have to see it first. Mm, yeah. Sandra said the narcissist just came to her door and wasn't allowed in. That's crazy. They're bold. Bold. And that one sounds desperate. It happens. Queen says she's a survivor, but did have a relapse during the Christmas holiday. But you got back on it, and it happens. But what you'll find is as you're doing the work, if you have that relapse, it won't feel the same. Definitely won't last as long. Something in you is just gonna, it's almost like you can never quite go back to where you was. Oh, you were sharing my link, Queen Sandra? Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys, I do have two support groups, a private one and a public one. Thank you for sharing it. I had no idea you were sharing my own link because it only shows me like a portion of it. Oh, well, thank you for showing love. She said, yes. Oh, well, thank you. Oh, well, Queen, I have done several videos on shadow work. So if you even just go on the YouTube search bar and you put reflection and progression shadow work, those videos will pop up. But I don't know if I have a shadow work playlist or not. I have to check. But there's a playlist that describes it. Tiffany says, Lakia, thank you so much for encouraging live today. Many blessings to you and your family. Oh, absolutely. I had to come on here. I was like, this thing is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And, for all the people that show so much support and love to my channel, I definitely, at a time like this, we all need to stick together and be encouraging and be uplifting and keep our perspective. You know, if you can make it through narcissistic abuse, honey, you can make it through the coronavirus. Okay, come on, you can do this. You can do this. Make it work for you. Make it work for you and have faith and hope that, the things that you don't have control over, Okay, you don't have control over those things, but take control of what you do. That is the main thing. Can you still find happiness in this setup? Absolutely. Why not? Why not? It's like the universe is just opening up right now for you to show a lot of self love to yourself, you know? Aw. Well, thank you, Queen Sandra, for, sharing this support group. Queen Laura Lee says, thanks to Lakia, I'm improving my emotional maturity. I pray for the narc deli. Hmm. Well, that takes a really strong person to pray for someone, who came in like they did and probably did some horrible things. Okay. Just make sure that you're also just praying that God keeps you stronger and, continues to open your eyes and keep your boundaries strong. Make sure you're doing that first and foremost, okay? Queen Sandra says, okay, that's the cam. All right, you guys. It was great coming in. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. It helps the channel grow. More people need to find out about this channel. And, that'll be a blessing. Like I said, I did record 1, 2, 3. It looks like 4 videos, maybe 5. And I'm going to be uploading them tonight, you guys. So, when you have time, you can enjoy those videos and let me know what you think. All right. And they're all geared towards increasing your emotional maturity. Before I leave, I just want to give a shout out to some of the survivors that have been donating to the channel. And you guys are really great. Thank you for that. I won't say your names because, you didn't tell me to, but I do acknowledge your donations. And when you guys donate to me, it don't be pennies either. It don't be pennies. Like when you guys show love, you really show love. I appreciate all of that. Great ways to support the channel is just to simply like the videos, It's not like your likes can do even more than your money can for me because it grows the channel and it gives more exposure, which helps me push the message out. And that's wonderful. But thank you. Thank you to everyone that supports the channel on any level. I appreciate all of it. All right. If you are interested in getting coaching from me, I do have a website, lakiacrawford.com. If you go on there, it lets you know all the services that I provide. All right. If you want a different time that's been shown on there, email me or give me a call because my phone number is on there and we can work that out. All right. With that being said, you guys, I'm going to be ending this live chat. Thank you for spending this time with me today. And thank you guys for hanging in there and being patient with my schedule nowadays. But, it's because I act out of self-love too. And I don't like to half step with you guys either. So I won't just throw something out there just to throw it out. So if I feel like, you know what, I need to get some rest, or you know what, this is going to feel rushed, I just won't do it. I'd rather give you some quality content and do it than to try to, be in resistance and force the issue of things. Okay. But I'm always here. The content is never going to stop. So there's going to be some more uploads coming tonight. All right. All right, you guys. Thank you for spending some time with me. And I guess I'll say what I said at the end of all of my videos. Never give up on yourself. Continue to do the work. Okay. We're not going to live our life in fear. We're going to have this work for us. We're going to count our blessings. We're not going to get stuck in magnetizing, anything that we perceive to be negative. And if something is out of our control, we can send a prayer to our maker, to the divine, and then we can just lay it on them. And then we can take peace and serenity and knowing what will be is what will be, you guys. Okay. That's the peace that comes with having that connection. All right. And it's there for all and anyone who wants to take it. All right, you guys. Take care until the next video. Oh, boom. You're just coming in and I'm just rolling out. But the good news is YouTube, hopefully, I don't see why they would block this video, but they're going to record it and upload it, sweetie. Okay? All right, boom. Thanks for, oh, yeah. All right, sweetie. Thanks for coming into the live chat. Hopefully you'll catch the next one. Talk to you next time.